What is up, guys? Welcome to a new video. We're going to look at the mini Alistair rework that's coming up. I think pretty much everything got lost with like the assassin update and stuff, but it's super interesting, so I wanted to go over it just a little bit. Let me know what you think of these changes in the comments though. They're kind of random actually, but let's just get started. I honestly can't believe nobody has really talked about this so far, but it might even see like jungle Alistair come back. I'm not really sure, but maybe. By the way, all of the footage on the screen is on the PBE, so that is why I have black Alistair, which is probably actually one of the rarest skins in the entire game. You can't get it anymore. Anyway, so his passive and his heal has been completely reworked and changed. There's more to him now than just his combo. His old passive was that little bit of damage after using a spell. Now it's completely different. He has these kind of triumph stacks now. So when he hits champions with a stun or displacement, he gets a stack of it, or just when enemies die nearby, including minions, by the way. At 7 stacks, he's going to heal himself and his nearest ally on a 3-second cooldown. It's just instantly heals. The heal at the moment is 20 plus 7 per level for him and double for his ally. So for example, at level 10, it will be 90 heal for him, 180 heal for his ally. That's actually pretty good, but even at level 18, right, it'll be almost 150 for him and 300 for his ally. 300 heal is not bad at all. It's only for one champion now though. Also, by the way, if an enemy champion dies nearby, he gets full stacks and he heals straight away. So kind of like a dangerous game, but for him and an ally, I guess, in a team fight. Your Q and your W are the same, kind of, except your Q doesn't have a stun when they land anymore, but it's only half a second anyway. That's mainly, I think, because he has another stun now on his E. So instead of just having these 2 crowd control abilities, he actually has 3 now. His E is completely different. It is no longer a heal. It now deals damage to everyone around him over 5 seconds. It's basically waves, like little pulses of damage. Rank 1 is going to do 100 damage up to 200 damage, a 40% AP scaling as well, which isn't too bad, but it's not just the damage. Actually, it's mainly not the damage part we're looking at. If these waves hit an enemy champion, you get a trample stack. Now, 5 stacks, your next basic attack is going to deal bonus damage and it stuns for 1 second. This is actually kind of ridiculous. If you didn't think a second is actually a long time, with Alistair's combo now, his Q knocks you up for a second, so it's the same as that. At level 5, not counting like the waves of damage or anything, just the stun part, like the next basic attack, it's going to be 100 damage bonus and a stun. That is pretty crazy for a lane phase. If we put it into perspective, right, his Q is 1 second of knock up, his W is 1 second of displacement, his E now has a 1 second stun. That is 3 seconds of hard crowd control from level 3, and it's probably easy like 500 plus damage with autos in that time. That's like half of an AD carry's health easily. Now you kind of understand why I think this is such a big change and why I'm kind of surprised nobody is really talking about it, but you don't even really lose that much as to what he is now, and he's already strong. Your heal is still on your passive, not quite as good, I guess. It only hits you and one of your allies now. It doesn't actually hit everybody around you, and your ultimate doesn't have AD anymore. A lot of people don't even realize this, but his ultimate right now gives you AD, so your basic attacks are going to hit a lot harder, basically to remove the whole like combo with your ult and auto just for damage. I wanted him to do a bit more than that. In my opinion, it's already quite hard to play against a good Alistair, and now they're giving him an extra stun and bonus damage. I'm not too sure about that. I actually also took him for a spin in the jungle, kind of. This isn't really a good demonstration, to be honest. I didn't have smite, I didn't have jungle items, but I didn't get many items to prove a point that you can do it. So your passive stacks in the jungle, so you can heal yourself, that's great, but your E doesn't, which means you get the damage from like the pulses, but no stun and no bonus damage on that auto. With Q and like Cinderhulk, when you get that, or even some AP if you really want to do it, you can easily clear though. You actually kind of have a healthy clear and a fast one. Alistair was always a decent jungler for a long time because he was a power ganker and he could dive like nobody else with his ultimate. It's not been for a while, but he used to be a top tier jungler actually, and he got nerfed because of it. I think this might actually maybe bring him back, at least in ganks. Like, you have more crowd control now, you have more damage, your clear is still decent, your sustain is okay. This obviously on screen doesn't make it look amazing, but remember, smite heals you now in the jungle in season 7 whenever you smite any camp, plus sustain just from the jungle items. I think you could go like full tank with lots of crowd control, decent base damage, but even just what about the new like hybrid tank damage build with Titanic? Like, I can imagine Cinderhulk, Titanic, Visage, Warmogs working like super well. Imagine like a Nunu build, I guess, on him with crowd control for days and a lot of damage. In my opinion, this could be crazy strong, and I'll be testing it a bunch to see if he actually is going to come back or not. Obviously, this is my opinion, right? I don't know what you guys think about it, but he does a similar tank job like a lot of others right now, to me at least, and giving him more damage definitely helps him, even if he just can't use a stun part on jungle camps. This is kind of just a side note, I guess, but I also think the new Knight's Vow support item, which is the brand new item, is going to be so busted on the reworked Alistair. If you don't know, it costs 2,500 gold, well, 2,400 gold, 400 health, 100% health regen, and 20 armor. It gives 40 armor and 15% movement speed to the person you partner with, kind of like Zeke's. I'm not sure if it's to you as well, well. It actually doesn't say, but it absorbs 12% of the damage they take, and it also heals you for 12% of the damage they do. This seems like super good. Maybe even in the jungle, actually, if we went like tanky with this item thrown in for late game team fights. Like, by the way, this doesn't work with your ultimate though. That would be so broken. The 12% damage you take is true damage. With the just amount of crowd control you have anyway, plus like your heals, and now you can absorb damage for them as well. Like, just be able to be even more useful. I can imagine Alistair with this being like the ultimate peel machine. You have like 3 stuns to peel for your AD carry. You have a heal. You have this, which is going to absorb damage for them. It's just kind of a side note really, because I saw this item when I was looking at the Alistair stuff, and I was just like, hang on a second, this would make him so good. Just combined everything together, I honestly think that seems pretty busted to me, either as a jungler or probably as a support though. Anyway, I wanted to make a video on this because I think everybody has kind of missed it really. Let me know what you think though. Thank you for watching until the end, but for now, let's go to the robots.